Well, the pond is starting to look pretty nice around here. Don't you think?
Yeah, all except for this over here.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's time to do something about that over there.
Dig Drive DIY!
Well, as many of you know, we burn firewood. Traditionally, this has been my firewood working area. I would dump raw logs here or rounds that have been bucked up, and this is where I would process and make firewood. But since we dug the pond, this kind of tends to be an eyesore. So in an effort to get rid of the eyesore, I talked to the farmer that owns the land around us, and he agreed to rent me a small patch across the road that isn't easy for them to farm and would make a great place for me to establish a new wood yard. So my project today is to see if I can get this slab completely erased, wiped clean, move it all across the road, and then hopefully set the stage for some more changes in our backyard to come. First thing I want to do is take a look at this lumber. Look at all this. So all this lumber right here came out of my cousin's barn that they moved. Made a video about it. You might have seen it. The lumber, they hated to just burn up in a bonfire. I could use it for firewood, or I think I can move some of this across the road and lay it on the ground to kind of keep the firewood out of the mud. But there's a lot of nails in it. I hate to waste the time messing with nails, but. So what's the least time-consuming way to get rid of these nails? They are huge ring shank style nails. That's more labor than I want to deal with, really. I'm gonna put in some earplugs, some fitness earbuds. All right, so as I'm doing this, I'm wondering, is it worth it? I kind of get into these situations all the time where people offer stuff up like this lumber, and I think, heck yeah, that would be a terrible thing to waste. I see those comments down below too. That's good native timber. It is, but when you take that stuff, you don't think about the amount of time you're gonna have in it moving forward, and that's where I always get hung up. Now I'm gonna have a couple hours in this to get it where I can use it, and then it's still even kind of going to waste because I'm gonna put it down below the firewood I'm gonna send over there. But I don't know, what do you think? Was this worth doing? I would have felt guilty if they'd have burned it up. Now I'm feeling like I'm wasting my time, you know? I think part of that is because it's a nice sunny day. That has a lot to do with it. You'll take something when it's winter time, you don't value your time as much in the winter because you spend so much of it indoors, but now that it's sunny and nice, I'd rather be doing something else. Well, that part of it is cleaned up and ready to go. Now I've got a lot of firewood left to clean up. Some of it is bucked up and ready to be split, and yet others of it are full-length logs. I've got logs that are half-length that need bucked up, and I'm trying to decide what to do. Do I buck it up and just truck it over there all ready and done? Do I just truck the logs over there as fast as I can and try to finish up today? I can't decide what I should do. Just start throwing it all in the truck or work it up and then throw it in the truck. Out like I wanted it to. Huge mess. All right, I'll have to stack it up on there. So I have decided to just load the truck. You know, I think this is the definition of project creep, or what do they call that? Basically, I set out with a goal to get the slab cleaned up, and then in the process, I denailed all those boards, and now I started thinking about bucking up all this wood, and that just wasn't in the plan. All right, well, the only thing left is to get rid of this junk. What do you call this? I'm gonna gather it up. I'll probably use the 755 to kind of gather it up. I'll have to get it into the bucket of the backhoe so that I can put it in the dump truck, and then I gotta find a place to dump it. I could probably dump it in the woods somewhere. Well, I must admit that looks really different. The last time this slab was clean, I was making YouTube videos. It's when we cleaned it off to put a swimming pool on here. So that's been several years ago, probably 4 years ago, but no more firewood on this slab. I've got some short-term goals for this and also some long-term goals. But that's it for me now. I gotta go dump that barky, mulchy stuff and take the rest of the night off. We've had black mulch around our landscaping for 20 years now, but we want to change from mulch to stone. So our stone hunt begins here. We're going to check it, 3 or 4 different places. Yeah, I like that right there. Do we need to go anywhere else? River rock, which...
Around part of it.
Parts. Glacier black. Is that $240 a ton? $225 a ton? Holy moly. This is kind of like what we have around our pond.
These 5 are native to Fort Wayne, so cheap, easy to get a hold of.
Kind of just discovered that they have crushed river rock. So these are like number 4s. Oh, see, I want something like that.
Oh, that's cool. I do like that. Very cool.
All right. Made it back to the house. We've got some samples here. Different styles of rock. That'll be something that we can work on over the weekend and take a look at. It's hard to get away and do that kind of stuff. You know, that took several hours to drive around and look for different landscaping rock, but well, it is a new day. Man, that looks different out there with all that wood off the slab. And I'm gonna have to do something about that electrical panel too. No longer has any power to it. But Kara likes the idea of getting things cleaned up, so we're gonna continue that theme. And it's time for our second-hand play set, swing set, to go to its third hand. So our neighbors that live just down the road gifted us this swing set when their kids were done with it about 10 years ago or more. I carried it over here with the backhoe and we set it up in the backyard, and you might remember I moved it out of the way for the pond and we thought maybe we'd set it back up, but the girls have they've moved on. But my brother is gonna be moving into a house just a half mile or a mile away, and I think we ought to gift it to them. So they're off and gone today at the Indy 500, and I thought we'd surprise them by plopping that down in their yard. So I'm gonna see if I can get it lifted up, maybe put it on the trailer, and hopefully get it over there before it rains. I was just getting ready to go get this tractor to see what I could move with it, and I got a flat tire. So apparently during the course of clearing all that debris and mulch off the slab, I ran over something. I guess it's not surprising, but I'm gonna see if I can pump that up. Okay, this swing set is in 3 pieces. It's probably not that heavy. No, we're never gonna be able to load it. All right, I'm gonna have to use the backhoe. So these clamp-on forks are handy to have, but they are heavy. I should figure out a convenient way to put those forks on with my little tractor. I got the other one set too wide. I don't want to take this down the road. I'm afraid it'll bounce it apart, so I'm going to put it on the trailer. How am I for clearance over there? Is anybody watching? No. Just you guys, the viewers. If you've been a subscriber of this channel in the past, then I would encourage you to check to make sure that you still are, because every week I get more reports of people telling me they were, you know, unknowingly unsubscribed from the channel. So YouTube's doing something where they unsubscribe people that have been long-time subscribers. We actually might have a bit of a height restriction here. We're gonna have to watch for low power wires. All right, so I'm gonna get the other pieces loaded up on here. There's this little climbing wall, and there's also the swings. The part for the swings is right there in front of the Bronco, so I need to get that too. Why, is it making you sad to get rid of it?
Well, yeah.
Well, at least they can still go play with it.
Yep.
Play on it with Orion, I mean.
Yeah, I'm thankful for that.
I'll be careful.
You be careful, babe.
I'm careful.
Girls are loading that slide. Hey, no. In the front. Put it in the front. Yeah. Yes. Yes. It won't fit, she's saying. She's trying to tell me it won't fit. It'll fit. Okay, to drive it over to Troy's, we're gonna put the shifter in third gear. So it's like this. Okay. And then you can. Have you ever driven this one before? You drove the other one.
I thought.
You have to be careful with those forks sticking out the front. Okay, try it. Try making it go forward. Rev it up, then go. Oh yeah, she's got it. So you're all good to go? Ellie, you good? Okay, here we go. We're just gonna take it nice and easy. Ella's keeping up back there in the 755 better than Kara is in the backhoe. We gotta watch for low wires, don't we forget. So here's my brother Nate's house. This right here is gonna be brother Troy's house. There's my parents' house. There's our house. There's my cousin's house. There's my other cousin's house. We'll get an idea where we're going to put this thing. Need a kind of a level spot. Okay, we're making some progress on reassembly. We just decided we'd start putting it together just so it wasn't all falling apart. Plus it makes it more sturdy. It's got a bigger footprint. Storms are brewing. Well, just like old times, right? Well, the swing set has found its new home. This is to be the third family that it will hopefully have served. I can't wait to see Orion try it out. And look, there's Corinne right over there. She's waving. So Orion will be here.
Yeah.
Corinne's over there.
I have a feeling a lot.
And we live right
Probably be a
there. There you go. Now hit that off button up there, the parking brake. Yep. Now push this forward. Yep. Now give it some gas with your other foot. Okay, just kind of run right along the edge of the yard there, like right along the field. See my tracks from the dump truck? There you go. Good job. Okay, we'll put our flashers on. Okay, now I want you to see that shifter over there?
Yeah.
Okay, let off on the gas. Push down, take that shifter over there, push the button with your thumb, and then pull it down to 3. You gotta go down and over. To the right and down, down. There you go. Now let go of the button. Now, there you go. You got it. You're in third gear, kiddo. You're doing well. Just pull up there straight, then I'll take it. Yeah, you can stop. Good job, kid. Say one more time. What?
That was so much fun.
That was fun? Aw. You're one of my favorite daughters now. We got everything put away just in the nick of time. It's starting to sprinkle and I can hear it thunder. The storms are gonna halt the progress on the rest of this day, but that's okay. It's a good excuse to go inside and just chill out for a while. which I'll welcome. This will all be here waiting on us when we get back to it. We'll see you back here then. Well, the weather has turned really cloudy and gray and cold. So it's a good day to spend a little time in the shop. Obviously I have a flat tire here. The valve stem is leaking. I'm gonna see if I can get that remedied. Gotta break the bead. Valve stem tool. Oh, I hit the rim. I didn't want to do that. There it went. Oh, it's got a tube in it. Oh, we got bigger problems. I just discovered the trouble. It was leaking out the valve stem hole. So the tube, I ran a nail in it. Yeah, that'll do it. Good golly, how'd that get in there? And where could a nail have come from out there on the wood slab? All right, let's put some air in here and see if we can tell where it's leaking. Right there. I'm gonna go see if I can patch this. It's worth a shot, right? You know what I think the ultimate irony is? It's Memorial Day. And I think that last year on Memorial Day, I was fixing a flat tire on the GMC General dump truck. I remember that very clearly. Memorial Day last year, I had to go after a tire. So I don't really have the stuff here to patch a tire, but we do it with my folks, which is right there. Here's my tire machine I bought way back when I was in high school for $75. But I don't need the tire machine for this. I need some rubber cement, this, some patches. Alrighty. All right, so our hole is right there. And here's a patch. I'm gonna buff that rubber down. You wanna try to kind of get rid of those seams. I wanna do a little disclaimer because I'm no tire expert. I'm sure somebody's gonna tell me how I'm doing this wrong. I just use a die grinder with a little Scotch-Brite pad on it. Jesus. That's the buff. Vulcanizing cement. Here's this little tool. It's got like a knurled wheel. And that really melds it together or something. Any idea what you were doing last year on Memorial Day?
No.
Patching a tire on the General.
Oh, that's
That was on Memorial Day. Here we are,
right.
1 year later.
Was looking for a tire.
Because we couldn't get a tire on Memorial Day, went to
Yeah.
Adams. If this will hold, it's supposed to...
Deja vu.
Deja vu, yeah. Looks like it's holding. Somehow, we have went through 30 patches in here. It doesn't seem like we've patched that many tires, but at least 30. And we got other boxes of different sizes. Okay, well, thanks for the tire shop.
Sure.
Open on Memorial Day. Kind of want to keep the valve stem in the right place. Got the valve stem through there, and then I usually put this valve stem tool on there a few threads so it can't pull out. You can also use this to really pull it into place too, help get it seated in there. Okay, you want to make sure that the tube, I'm reaching up in there and pushing it away from the bead. Hopefully we're back in business. Let's try her out. And air supply. Okay, 20 PSI. I think that'll do the trick. Well, the tire's holding up pretty good. I think the next order of business is to try to get this stuff cleaned up. So this turns into a huge leaf catch-all. I just blew all the leaves out of there that were gathered up around this pile of stone. And I think I'll move these buckets. Get these buckets out of here, get that frame out of here. All right, well, I've got some good progress there. Now, time to grade it up. I like this part a lot better. think that'll work. I think the dump truck will sit here real nice, and that'll look so much better. This would be a great spot for a building, you know what? Probably get about 3 bays right here. 1, 2, 3 real easily. Something to think about. And this looks like a lot of rock when you think about doing it all by hand. Shovel or rake, all this. But that's what happens. It seems like anytime I've ever cleaned up this slab, it's so that I can put something else on it. And that's exactly what we're doing this time. We've got a big landscaping project coming up, and this gives us a nice place to work off of to get it all scooped up and hauled over there. But that's for another day. But right now I want to thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that you liked it. And if I'm lucky, you'll come back to see me shovel and move all this. All right, time for lunch now though.
Mr. Fancy Pants, huh?
Dig drive. Go hit me.
Playground.
Playground. That's Ellen Eva's old playground. You can have it now.
No, it's Orion's.
Go show them how, Ellen Eva.
Big drive.
Dig drive. Uncle Dig drive. You ready? You ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Is it fun?
Fine. Big truck.
Whoa. You 5.
Have our picnics up there.
Yeah. Good job.